Nestled in the heart of Hayle in Cornwall stands a site that has witnessed millennia of history, Carnsew Fort. From an Iron Age hill fort guarding the estuary to a landscaped Victorian monument, this unassuming landmark tells a story of industry, faith and transformation. At first glance, you may be forgiven for assuming this to be from the Napoleonic era, especially with its cannon mounted at the base. But this cannon, or rather mortar, dates to the Crimean War of the mid-19th century, whilst the fort itself dates from the Iron Age, making it around 2,500 years old. The reason for the mortar being placed where it is because it was built there by Harvey Sons, a name synonymous with Hayle's industrial boom.
I stood on Cape Cornwall in the sun's evening glow, on Cunaide Stone.
Founded in the late 18th century, Harvey Sons became a cornerstone of Hayle's industrial development. The company was instrumental in Cornwall's mining industry, producing essential machinery and steam engines, but their impact didn't stop there. They ventured into shipbuilding, constructing vessels that connected Hayle to global trade, and their work exemplified the industrial prowess of Cornwall during the Victorian era. Henry Harvey landscaped Carnsew Fort in the 1840s, transforming it into a showcase of Hayle's industrial achievements. From its vantage point, one could admire the bustling quays, shipyards and foundries that defined Hayle during its industrial heyday. But before the Victorian era, this site held a much older story. Carnsew Fort began as an Iron Age hill fort, a crucial vantage point and community hub. Hill forts like this were not just about defence, they symbolised power, unity and connection to the land. Across Britain, hill forts were centres of trade and culture, and here in Cornwall they offer a glimpse into the Iron Age way of life. So the hill fort here in Hayle was greatly damaged by the arrival of the railway and by the decision to route the Great Western Railway right through it. The remains of the fort straddle either side of the tracks. Then, in the 1840s, when Henry Harvey decided to landscape the area, very little of the original fort was left. However, its presence indicates that people of high status lived here more than 1,000 years ago. From the hill fort, the Hayle Estuary, and the site of another hill fort, where Lelant Church and golf course are now built, can be seen.
Beneath the ever-watchful skies, oh, Carnsew, keep your stories near, guard your treasures year by year, with the wind that hums among.
As you ascend the fort's paths, you come across a poignant marker of Hayle's past, the Cunaide Stone. This rare artefact, discovered in 1843 by workers from Harvey Sons, tells a story that bridges Hayle's post-Roman period and the early days of Christianity in Cornwall. The stone was found buried at a depth of 4 feet, surrounded by sand, charcoal and ashes, and with a pile of stones on top. It bears an inscription believed to date from around 450 to 475 AD, right at the start of Cornwall's adoption of Christianity. Initially, the translation of the inscription read, "Here Sinewy fell asleep, who was born in 500. Here in this stone he lies. He lived 33 years. However, later research proposed a new reading. Here in peace lately went to rest Sylvanus, husband of Cunaide. Here in the tomb he lies. He lived for 33 years. So whether it commemorates Cunaide herself or her husband, this grave tells us of Christian life in Hayle at least 1,500 years ago. The stone is notable for its natural features, with veins of quartz and tourmaline that some believe resemble a cross. These unique characteristics may have influenced its selection as a Christian burial marker, underscoring the symbolic and spiritual significance of the material. Who was Cunaide? Well, Cunaide is a Celtic name, perhaps Irish or even British. The memorial dates from the post-Roman period, 450 to 475 AD, right at the start of Cornwall's adoption of Christianity. Cunaide, then, was most likely an early Christian. The stone was carefully selected to stand as a marker for a person who was clearly loved. Time and great trouble was taken to ensure that Cunaide was remembered. The stone is 1.32 metres high and made of granite. In the top, a cross is formed by two intersecting natural mineral veins. It is likely this is why this particular stone was chosen to mark the burial place. Today, the Cunaide Stone is preserved in the Hayle Heritage Centre after spending 175 years exposed to the elements. Modern conservation efforts include laser scanning the stone to create a digital 3D model, ensuring its story is preserved for generations to come. From the Iron Age to the Industrial Revolution and the early days of Christianity, Carnsew Fort weaves together the threads of Hayle's rich history. It stands as a testament to resilience, transformation, and the enduring legacy of those who lived and laboured here. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you do the bell thingy, you'll be notified when I explore more stories from Cornwall's remarkable heritage. Thank you for joining me today.
With the wind that hums a mournful tone, speak softly the name on the aged stone.